Hi, I'm Chad.
And I'm Susie.
This is the story behind our song,
Fall into the arms of Jesus.
When you feel like running, run into the arms of Jesus. When you feel like hiding, hide under his wings.
When I was 15, I had went through a deep valley, and I felt really lost after that valley, and I felt like I couldn't talk to anyone even though I wanted to, and I felt like there was no one that I could go to. After the valley, I ran, and I think that's what a lot of people do. They crumble under the weight of the valley, and they sometimes run from God, and they need to run to Him. And I learned that no matter what I went through when I came back and I got saved, that I would never fall away from the fold again because of what I had went through being unsaved.
When you feel that just one more push might push you o'er the edge.
I think a lot of people feel that when they're going through the valleys. They feel like hiding. They feel like one more step, they're going to crumble and fall, and that's okay, because if you fall, you can just fall into His arms.
Go ahead and fall into his arms.
There was one night when Chad had left and he had somewhere he needed to be. Then the house was quiet and I was just praising the Lord and just singing, and those words came and I said, wow, this is really special. A few weeks later, Chad was in the dining room. I said, would you like to hear, a song the Lord gave me? And he's like, yeah.
My first initial reaction was, wow, this is just beautiful. This is for me, because I was going through a valley and she was going through the valley with me. And the words just really hit home. They really hit home with what we were going through. And it was the very thing I needed to do, was just to fall into His arms.
Fall into the arms of Jesus. He's the love of the Father.
One of the reasons why it really blessed me immediately was because of the valley I was experiencing. Was some of those feelings I had of, you feel like running, you feel like crumbling and falling, and I was feeling that. And God gave her those words, and it fit perfectly with how I was, some of the emotions that I was battling.
When you feel that just one more step would make you crumble and fall, go ahead and fall into his arms.
You go through those valleys and the enemy can use it to push people away or make them feel pushed away. No one understands, but the Lord understands, and He's the one, if we just fall into His arms, then we can have that peace.
Go ahead and trust in Him and put yourself in His care.
This song's for everybody is because sooner or later you're all gonna go through a valley that on the outside somebody may say, that's not that bad, but to you, it's bad. It hurts.
If one word could sum it up, it's come. The Lord saying, come, leave your burdens with me. And I could just picture Jesus holding the little lamb, and the little lamb is resting right up against his bosom, and that's where we feel the most safe. And then you can just, that's where you can leave all your burdens, just right in his arms.
And leave your